All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloim Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Badash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad. The Hakim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shabab Mama back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be called Angels Don't Have Sex, right? And it's kind of a lean back off of the video I did earlier, which I should have brought it out. But, you know, sometimes you don't bring something out. And then when you're done with your video and you're pondering upon the video or things that were, you know, said, you think deeper into these things. And like I said, it's a lean back off of the video I did earlier on the bug out that was saying that, you know, reptilians exist. All right. And, you know, and they don't exist. Those are just, you know, plain out straight demons. All right. There is no DNA. It's another thing that somebody was saying, a bug out was saying that that's a certain DNA. You know, there's no DNA. Those are just demons. Yeah, they do have, they are taking DNA and splicing it, you know, gene splicing and things like that. All right. But Shalom. Hey man, did they hack your page in IG? I seen some shit on IG. Usually what happens when they hack your page. They start posting all that bread, that money shit. But anyway, yeah, so they are doing shit like gene splicing and, you know, doing crazy shit with DNA. But at the end of the day, these things of Nephilium and, you know, reptilians and all that shit doesn't exist, man. That's just demons upon people. Yeah, man, that's just crazy. I realized doing that when I seen that. I was like, oh yeah, they hacked my man's page. But yeah. So let me get into it real quick. What I wanted to bring out, all right, talking about how angels don't have sex, because according to these people that are bugged out, that's why people believe in reptilians and shit like that, because they believe that the angels were having sex with daughters of men. All right, and we went into it earlier how we were saying that the sons of God are just are us. You see, we were those men that have fell away from the truth. All right, because when you go into those words, all right, it means to fall away, and we have fell away from our rulership. All right, and now being returned into our rulership. All right, so when it says in those days that the matter of fact, let me just grab it. Let's read it again in Genesis 6. Give me 1 second. Genesis 6 and Genesis 6 and 1. And it says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, all right, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all that they chose. All right. So the sons of God, all right, were the men that fell away from this truth. Okay. And they saw the daughters of men, okay, which was these daughters of these other nations, because you had the sons of God, all right, the sons of Yahweh, and then you had the sons of the wicked, and then you had the sons of men, you know, all these other nations. And it says that the sons of God saw the daughters of men of these other nations, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. All right. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, my spirit shall not always strive with men, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. And it says there were giants in those days. All right. And also after that, when the sons of Yahweh came in onto them, Salaka came in onto the daughters of men, that they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of the old, all right, men of renown. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it goes back to, you know, if you're an Israelite man and you had a concubine, or you have a woman from these other nations and you bear a child with them, all right, those kids that you're going to have are going to be Israelite children, all right, plain and simple. They are Israelite children. So when it says that they bear children that became mighty men, yeah, they were Israelite children, you see. And as a matter of fact, to prove more that those sons of God was us, all right, let's go into all right. All right, because it tells you in the scriptures, the spirit beareth witness, all right, that we are the children of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. And this is Romans 8:14. It says, for as many as are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of God. You see, they are the sons of God. So when it's speaking about the sons of God, all right, it's not talking about some angels. It's not talking about no crazy angels that were having sex with the daughters of men. Okay, it's talking about us, the ones that have fell away from this truth. All right, that's why it speaks about that in Second Thessalonians. All right, that when the wicked shall be revealed, all right, the son of perdition. It says before that, it talks about how there shall be a falling away first. Let no man deceive you, except that there be a falling away first. And we fell. See, we were those sons of God that fell away. And then we went into various captivities and things like that, you know. Now this is First John 3:1. And this is gonna be a quick video. It ain't gonna be nothing long. All right. This is First John 3:1, and it says, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. See, because we are defamed all day long, man. We are brought in this society, we are considered as the scum of the earth. See, but to the heavenly power, to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we are the sons of God, man, because we've come back to our law, statutes, commandments. We came back to our true power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. So according to this society, we're looked at as wicked as men, but to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we are the righteous men. All right. We are those sons of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's right. That's right. Okay. It's hella. So let me get First John 3:2. Beloved, now are ye, so like it, now are we the sons of God, and it does not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, and we shall see him as he is. You see? So we know who we are according to the scriptures. All right. And that goes to show you that the sons of God are not angels, all right, that are having sex with women at that time. Okay. Then it says, going back to Genesis 6:4, and then it says, there were giants in the earth in those days. All right. And that word giant, we already went into that, you know, it goes into Nephilim, but then when you go into that root word of Nephilim, it goes into Nepal, I believe it was, and it was talking about the fallen ones. The fallen were the ones that fell away. Okay, not talking about these giant, once again, angels. All right. Although we were taller back in those days, you know, our stature was way bigger than what we are today. All right. Because this world is so defiled, we're pretty much shrinking out here, you know, which in the kingdom, we're going to get back those glorious bodies. We're going to get those bodies of being back in a high stature. All right. Being tall. You know, Bible talks about how back in the day, it took 2 men to carry a cluster of grapes. You know, that's how heavy these things were. That's how big these grapes were. You know, and we were big men back in those days. All right. So going on, it says there were giants in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in onto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. All right, talking about they were having Israelite children. All right, and the daughters of men. Let's go into that. Ezra. This is Ezra. 9. Damn, this slow ass truck. Come on, for real. Ezra 9:1, and it says, "Now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, and the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yeah, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chief in their trespass. You see, so that goes to show that, all right, we were just simply mingling with these other nations. All right, which we are allowed to have these other women as concubines and things like that. All right, but to like literally marry them and you know, take on their gods and shit like that, you going off, man. All right, the concubines going to having like a, you know, um a low standard type wife, you know what I'm saying? But the ones that you really marry, all right, are the Israelite women. Okay, so let's see if I should read some more. Yeah, I just keep reading and finish it 3 and 4. And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle and plucked off the hair of my head and off my beard and sat down and stonied. Then were assembled unto me every one that trembled at the words of the Lord of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, of the power of Israel, because of the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat stonied until the evening sacrifice. All right. So the sons of God were just simply dealing with these other nations and making these, you know, dealing with the women. All right. They have found them fair and they started bearing child with them and all that. See? That's right. We're going to have plenty of those in the kingdom. Absolutely. All right. So now, to show you that angels can't have sex, which is the topic, all right, that's what I wanted to prove first, that those were actual men, all right, and not angels having sex with the daughters of men. All right, I brought this out earlier. Bring it out one more time. All right, 1 Corinthians 15 and 40. It says there's also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one and the glory of the terrestrial is another. You see? And I'm gonna bring it out on the NLT. There are also bodies in heaven and bodies on earth. The glory of the heavenly body is different from the glory of the earthly body. You see, two different separate bodies, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me. Give me 1 second. Now let me get 50, and it says, "Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither does corruption inherit incorruption." All right, NLT, and it says, what I am saying, dear brothers and sisters, that is that physical bodies can not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. These dying bodies cannot inherit what will last forever. All right. So point is, if our physical bodies can't go into, heaven, all right, basically, how is the spiritual body gonna be able to, go into the do the physical thing? Because it just clearly said to you that heavenly bodies are different from a spiritual body, and angels are what? Spiritual bodies. You see, so they don't go hand in hand. All right, they're not about to go. A heavenly body is not about to go into. I mean, a spiritual body is not about to have sex with a heavenly body, which I'm going to explain. Even push that out more with. Get this real quick. This is Matthew 11. I believe it's an 11. Is it an 11? Or is it 22 and 11? It might be 22 and 11. Hold on, let me pull in my drive. Might be 22 and 11. Let me put my car in here over there. Give me 1 second, Salaki, and bear with me. Damn, man, that shit sound crazy, man. He's fucking gotta fix these struts. All right, this is actually, you know what? I get it from here. Matthew. It's definitely in Matthew. Salakia. I was reading it before, and that's why I thought about it. Con right here. Oh no, Salakia, this ain't the one either. Okay, here it goes. This is Matthew 22. Yeah, it was just on 22. All right, and I'll start from 23, and it says, get it from here. Matthew 22 and 23. And it says, the same day came to him the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife and raise up seed onto his brother. Because that was the only time a woman could leave. If a woman's husband died, they will have to be his brother will have to take on his wife, all right, to have a seed and to continue the legacy of his brother. You see, and there's rules to that. I just did a video on that too before, like 2 days ago. And if he didn't want to take her, she will have to present him to the elders and then spit in his face and all this, all these things. All right, but it says 25. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. So this woman, all right, her husband died. She went on to the that's right, it's also the law. All right. That's the husband died, so the woman went on to the brother. All right, then he died, then she went on to a third, all the way on to 7. You see, because you can also, leave and be with another man only if your man dies. All right, and then it says, and at last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. Yahushua answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of Yahweh. For in the resurrection, they neither marry, nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of Yahweh in heaven. Because what happens when you die? When you die, you go to the spirit world. All right. You go back onto the spirit, goes back onto Yahweh. Okay. And what does marry mean? Sex is marriage. You see, to marry is to have sex. And I've done videos on that, breaking it down. When you break down that word etymology, all right. As a matter of fact, I'll just do a quick one. Word etymology online, marry. Word etymology online, marry. All right. And it says, action of entering into wedlock, state or condition of being husband and wife, wedlock. All right. Also a union of a man. Oh, this is marriage. I said marry. Come on, man. It says marry, to give offspring in marriage. Also in transitive, to enter into the conjugal state, take a husband or wife. All right. But the point is, the first one, it says to give offspring. How do you give offspring? By planting your rod in a woman. All right. And giving her seed. That's why it's also a husband. Okay. Let me get that while I'm here. And the word etymology online. Husbandman goes into you being head of a family. Matter of fact, let me get husband first. Husband means that Yep. Husband in the online etymology means master of the house. Okay. Now, if you go into husbandman, that means the same thing. And it also means a farmer, tiller of the soil. So when you take your woman, all right, you're plowing your woman and you're doing what? You're giving her seed, all right, just like a farmer would, all right, a farmer, tiller of the soil. Come on, man, this damn thing. This is Husbandman Online Etymology Dictionary. All right. It says head of family. Going back to what? What I just said. Master of the house. It says, and also a farmer, tiller of the soil. So when a man plows his woman, what is he doing? He leaving seed in her. All right. So that's her husbandman. Okay. And she is married onto him by what? By marriage. So in order for you to marry your wife into marriage, it will be you having sex with your woman. So sex is marriage. You see? So then you go back. All right. It says, for in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of Yahweh in heaven. All right. So when you die, okay, you are what? You're going back to the spirit world. So you're considered an angel. Right? And it says, for in the resurrection, they neither marry, they don't have sex, all right, nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in heaven. So that clearly tells you that the angels don't have sex, all right? And the angels that are Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, what they constantly do is they constantly pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You see? They constantly pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, giving all praises, you know. So that goes to show you right there that ain't no angels gonna have sex with the daughters of men like they claim the Nephilim did, and they caused reptilians and things like that. Impossible, man. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. It says, finish that off, and it says, but as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which was spoken unto you by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, saying, I am the power of Abraham, and the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. Yahweh is not the power of the dead, but of the living. All right. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. You see? So that clearly tells you, man, that these angels are not having sex, man. And this is something that, you know, like I said, it was supposed to be a quick video. I just thought about it when I was done with the first video, and because I was at work. I would have did it right then and there, but I was at work, so I couldn't do it at the moment. And I was just thinking about it the whole time, and the scripture popped up in my head, you know. And angels can't have sex with actual, they can't have sex with fleshly bodies, man. So that whole doctrine of Nephilim and, you know, reptilians and all that shit is all false. Reptilians is just straight demons on you, man. All right. But that was pretty much the point. The man carries the seed. Exactly. The man carries the seed. And what does he do? He plants his seed in a woman. How do you plant it? By plowing her. You know, by having sex with her. That's how you continue your seed, man. Your whole lineage. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. A little quick, you know, quick video. Lord willing, it was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Haloim Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessed salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. I was going to ask you a question, but yeah, I do got Facebook. Look it up. Johnny Hancock. Johnny Hancock. You'll see the same symbol that I got on my IG. Just look up Johnny Hancock. JOHNNY Hancock, HANCOCK. But yeah, Shalom.